have a few main points that I come back to a lot on the show. And one of them is I think the way that MAGA supporters are spoken to by their leaders and are messaged to with the branding and with the talking points is insulting to those supporters more than anyone else. It's insulting to their intelligence. The way that Trump, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Matt Gaetz, whoever it might be, the way they think they can get away with misleading, hoodwinking those supporters. And I guess they do get away with it, but I find it very insulting. And this latest video that I came across, there's an account on X called Donald J. Trump Posts from his True Social, and it posts things that Trump posts back when he was banned from X. Was a way to get around that. But then also posts additional Trump content. And here's a video that someone put together in the interest of Trump that you're going to think at the beginning, Luke, this is so generic and so, but wait, it gets really insane. And also the whole delivery of it is as if it's for a bunch of children. It's strange.
It's important to remember that borders aren't just lines on a map. Those invisible lines are the equivalent of having walls and doors in your home. Without them, anyone could just walk right in, eat your food, rearrange your furniture, even walk off with your stuff. Imagine the chaos. Your privacy is invaded, your belongings are up for grabs, and your entire sense of security is out the window. Borders define where our home ends and the next begins, ensuring that we can maintain order, manage our resources, and protect our culture. They tell others that here we do things our way. Without borders, we'd be in a world of chaos where nobody's safe to simply live in peace. They're the rules of the game, the boundaries that allow us to coexist without turning the whole world into a free-for-all where might makes right and the only rule is finders keepers. Now ask yourself, why exactly would anyone want to open the borders that protect our very way of life? Who exactly would want millions and millions of strangers who don't speak our language or share our values wandering our homeland? The answer is those who seek to destroy our way of life. For the love of God, don't give them that power. Vote for President Trump and ensure that our beloved America, land of the free and home of the brave, survives.
Dilly meme team. No. Show this on screen, Jaden. You don't. No. Okay, I'm so sick of this. I know both sides. Play into division. But we can't act like it's equal. How twisted is this? Okay, so now we're the devil? That's what this is saying. Who would want these policies? Which they're misrepresenting the policies. We'll get to that. The devil would want that. Look, it's a bunch of devils and mini devils. Let's really dissect this. Who made this? This is just disturbing. And then they show a shot of Kamala Harris with a communist symbol on her, welcoming in people. Okay, where even to start? Then I gotta show so many other videos, so I'll try to go through this quickly. Because Trump is having a whole different debacle that we're gonna try to smush in this segment related to getting himself in trouble with his own party. But again, I understand that sometimes Republicans might be accused of things that aren't fully accurate, blah, blah, blah. But I don't think you're realistically or honestly engaging with American politics if you think what's exacerbating tensions and divisiveness right now is at all balanced, which is part of why we have the discussions on the show that we do, and it's a very focused, sometimes narrow set of topics, because it feels like right now there's this pressing, existential, obvious thing that we need to talk about, which is this MAGA phenomenon and Trump's leading of it and going into this election that that puts out stuff like this, where it's saying a communist Kamala Harris is letting people into your metaphorical home because she's the devil. Sure, why not? It's not even connected to anything. And how do we have political conversations if this is what we're saying about one another? I've said a lot of anti-MAGA ideology stuff. Go watch the, how many hours are on the internet? Hundreds of thousands of hours of this show and see if you can ever find anything like this. And I can answer for you, no, because I don't look at other people like this. And I don't think you guys do. And then, to address the quote-unquote substance, before getting on to this Trump owns your body thing, which is weird. Trump's wording, not mine. Again, I understand this is all for political reasons, but if you're a MAGA, just rank and file person, not a leader, because leaders have incentives to be dishonest about this for political reasons, but if you're just living your life, okay, you think from your perspective, I know, I'm trying to understand. I know you think that you're acting in good faith. So maybe you are. You think that you're on the right side of history here. Don't know how. There's only one candidate that called for the termination of the Constitution. But okay, so you believe that. Look at me, okay? Look at me. And think, does this guy? Or look at any of the politicians and think, do they all actually think we don't need to have borders? Do you really think other thoughtful, good faith, intelligent people are walking around going, yeah, we don't know what a border is? That's what this video is. Here's the reason you should have a border. And then it's doing this childish fear-mongering about, because then people could come in your house and people are going to come in your house and migrants are going to come in your house. And we get to the dehumanizing part of it. But why do we keep putting forward border legislation then that enforces the border if we want that? So then you have to ask yourself, really ask it, MAGA, ask it. Ask the tough questions. Why do your leaders keep telling you that? So that you won't think about them obstructing the solutions for political reasons. We could be, you and I, we could be having a great dialogue on how we can both be humane to people because we're America and we're supposed to be that incredible example of strong, humane principles. And also enforce our border laws and have a secure border and implement technology to do that. And do what needs to be done to have such a border that's organized, that's logistically sound, that's in the interest of national security, that's in the interest of people's humanity. We can have that dialogue, but not until you stop lying about what we believe. And the leaders that you put into power, stop obstructing our legislation that's crafted by some of their fellow Republicans that's super conservative. So as you watch that video, know that whoever made it, they think you're not smart enough to go, this is ridiculous. They're not the devil. They don't believe we just shouldn't have borders. And they're actually the ones advocating for stronger solutions than we are. So what am I doing? Okay. Sorry. Today we're going to be passing 800,000 subscribers. Thank you so much to each and every one of you. Think about this though. Now it's the home stretch to 1 million. And if all the people who regularly watch the show who aren't subscribed did subscribe today, we could be to 1 million instantly. That would be awesome. Make sure you've done it. Thank you so much. Back to the video. Next thing, Trump said this at a rally and an interesting ad was made after it.
And as you deserve, a president who respects you, talks to you, and who levels with you, puts it right on the level, and who always has your best interests and has your back. I have your back, I have your heart, and I have every other part of your body.
The sweaty lip really just adds to the aesthetic, right?
Your heart, and I have every other part of your body.
Imagine someone coming up to you, just out and about, all right? It's saying, I have your heart. I have your... What did he say? I have your back, I should. I have your back. I have your heart. I have every other part of your body. I would quickly get away from them. That's really creepy. But you get his point. A really interesting ad was made based on this. You're going to hear, if podcast listeners are going to be annoying for you, but he just keeps repeating it because they're just cutting it over and over. But every time he repeats it, you can imagine a headline about him participating in the taking away of people's bodily autonomy.
And who always has your best interests and has your back. I have your back, I have your heart, and I have every other part of your body. And I have every other part of your body. And I have every other part of your body. And I have every other part of your body. And I have every other part of your body. And I have every other part of your body. And I have every other part of your body. And I have every other part of your body.
So again, headlines about Trump saying states might have to monitor pregnancies, Trump saying states could prosecute women for abortions under his watch, and all the different outcomes of his getting of dishonest and radical Supreme Court justices who said Roe v. Wade was settled law, and then after saying that, under oath by the way, they then go and overturn Roe v. Wade, contrary to what they were saying during those hearings. But because he got them onto the Supreme Court, they overturned Roe v. Wade, and all of this was enabled. Well, on that subject, Trump has really been struggling. Because there's this Amendment 4 in Florida, that would constitutionally protect abortion up through viability, right? So sort of your Roe v. Wade model. And here, Trump says, or seems to indicate, he would vote for Amendment 4, which would be against the 6-week abortion ban that's currently in place in Florida.
You overturned,
well, everyone does.
I think Roe, does, yeah. And you want abortion to be a states' rights issue. In Florida, the state that you are a resident of, there's an abortion-related amendment on the ballot to overturn the 6-week ban in Florida. How are you going to vote on that?
Well, I think the 6-week is too short. It has to be more time, and so and I've told them that I want more weeks.
So you'll vote in favor of the amendment?
I am going to be voting that we need more than 6 weeks. Look, just so you understand.
Can you guess, by the way, if you've watched the show, what do you think Trump's going to say next? Every time abortion comes up, what do you think he's going to say next? I bet you can guess. Okay? Get in your head. See if you guess correctly.
Everybody wanted Roe v. Wade terminated for years. 52 years.
A lie he's told more times than we can possibly count. Everyone wanted it overturned. So initially he says 6 weeks is too short. True. But his presidency enabled that to even be possible in the state of Florida. Now Amendment 4 could undo that 6-week abortion ban and give back reproductive rights to the people of Florida. This is a direct ballot initiative, so the people are going to vote on it. Hopeful about that. And Trump says, I want to vote for more than... I'm going to vote for not 6 weeks. 6 weeks is too short. So that makes it sound like, which is why I reported on, I think he's going to vote for reproductive rights because he's a resident of Florida, so he gets to vote on this. And then he has to do damage control because MAGA people got mad at him for that.
Voting yes or no on Amendment 4 in Florida?
So I think 6 weeks, you need more time than 6 weeks. I've disagreed with that right from the early primaries. When I heard about it, I disagreed with it. At the same time, the Democrats are radical because the 9 months is just a ridiculous situation where you can do an abortion in the 9th month. And, you know, some of the states like Minnesota and other states have it where you could actually execute the baby after birth.
Wrong, more wrong.
And all of that stuff is unacceptable. So I'll be voting no for that reason.
So now he's going to vote no on that. And this is a part of a long track record with Trump of flip-flopping on the issue of abortion.
I'm very pro-choice. I hate the concept of abortion, but I just believe in choice.
I'm pro-life, but I changed my view a number of years ago.
Do you believe in punishment for abortion?
There has to be some form of punishment.
For the woman?
Yeah.
Do you want the court to overturn Roe v. Wade?
It will go back to the states
and the states will then make a determination.
I strongly supported the House of Representatives' pain-capable bill, which would end painful late-term abortions nationwide.
Would you sign a federal abortion ban into law?
Some people are at 6 weeks. Some people are at 3 weeks,
where's
2
President
weeks.
Trump?
President Trump is going to make a determination what he thinks is great for the country. You're going to come up with a number of weeks or months.
At the federal level?
It could be state or it could be federal. I don't frankly care. People are...
You get it. It goes on for like 30 more seconds. But imagine that. That's someone who doesn't... He said it. He doesn't care. But people want you to care, and they want you to have a stance. And they want you to stick by... Unless you get wild new information that changes your view, then you can adapt. This sort of flip-flopping is political, right? Whatever works for him in a particular political moment. So our thing, what I keep saying is there's these debates. Would he sign a law? Wouldn't he? And given how much he's flip-flopped, we should assume that he would. But without even having to make such an assertion, don't you believe in the concept of electoral punishment for devastating governance? So because he devastated America with his governance and choosing the justices that he did and promising they would overturn Roe v. Wade, he should be electorally punished for that. We don't even know what he would do in the future. I don't want to have to figure out what he would do, because all this is because of Trump. But now he's again flipping back, trying to save his support with pro-lifers, and it's all a big political disaster for him. Let me know what you thought of that in the comments, and if you want to become a member, be a part of our special little in-group, you can do that by clicking the join button below. It also gives you access to the members only bonus show.